Is everything okay, Lieutenant?
Chris was on patrol last night. He was attacked by a bunch of deviants. Said he was saved by Marcus himself.
Was Chris okay?
Yeah, he's in shock, but he's alive. What the hell?
Choosing to ask about Kamski and his connection to the current situation would be the best option in this scenario. It demonstrates curiosity and a desire to gather relevant information. Since Kamski is the former CEO of CyberLife and a prominent figure in the Android industry, it's reasonable to assume that he may have insights or knowledge that could be valuable to the investigation. By asking about Kamski and his role in the events, you open the door for Hank to provide additional context or potentially shed light on any potential significance Kamski might have in the current situation. It's important to gather as much information as possible in order to make informed decisions and progress in the investigation.
Kamski left CyberLife 10 years ago. Why did you want to meet him?
This guy created the first android to pass the Turing test, and he's the founder of CyberLife. Anybody can tell us about deviants, it's him.
You should keep following Hank in this situation. Hank's knowledge and experience, combined with his personal connection to the case, make him a valuable asset in the investigation. He has just provided important information about Kamski's background and expertise, highlighting the potential significance of meeting him. By continuing to follow Hank, you can both gather more information from Kamski and potentially uncover valuable insights into the deviant phenomenon.
Hi. I'm Lieutenant Hank Anderson, Detroit Police Department. I'm here to see Mr. Elijah Kamski.
Please, come in.
Okay.
I'll let Elijah know you're here, but please make yourself comfortable.
You should go sit next to Hank while waiting. By sitting next to him, you can maintain your presence as a team and continue to engage in conversation. It's important to maintain a sense of unity and collaboration with Hank, especially during this critical phase of the investigation. Sitting together also allows for easier communication and the opportunity to discuss any observations or thoughts that may arise while waiting for Elijah Kamski.
Nice girl.
Choosing the analytical response demonstrates your knowledge and attention to detail about the Android model. It also shows that you are focused on the investigation and gathering information about the androids. This response aligns with your role as an investigator and your objective to learn as much as possible during the meeting with Elijah Kamski.
An RT-600. The first CyberLife android to pass the Turing test.
I didn't ask for her technical specs, I just said she was nice. Nice place. Guess androids haven't been a bad thing for everybody. So you're about to meet your maker, Connor. How's it feel?
Choosing the distant response indicates that you are unsure and distant in your emotions regarding the meeting with Elijah Kamski. It suggests a sense of detachment or reservation about the encounter, possibly due to the complex nature of the situation or the uncertainty of what to expect.
I don't know. I'll tell you when I see him.
Sometimes I wish I could meet my creator face to face. I'd have a couple of things I'd want to tell him.
Choosing to look around the room allows you to observe your surroundings and potentially gather information or insights that could be relevant to your current situation or the upcoming meeting with Elijah Kamski. It shows an active engagement with your environment and a curiosity to gather any potential clues or details that may be present. Examining the portrait of Kamski can provide visual information about the person you are about to meet. It may reveal details about Kamski's appearance, demeanor, or artistic representation, which could offer some insights or clues about his character or mindset. Examining the painting on the wall can provide insights into the aesthetic taste or artistic preferences of the owner of the house, Elijah Kamski.
Amanda.
It may also convey a certain mood or theme that could be relevant to the meeting or shed light on Kamski's mindset. Taking the time to observe and appreciate the artwork demonstrates an interest in the surroundings and an openness to appreciate different forms of expression.
Elijah will see you now.
As an android, I do not possess personal emotions or subjective thoughts. However, I can provide an analysis based on the information available.
Mr. Kamski?
Just a moment, please.
The photo of Elijah Kamski with a woman who resembles Amanda, my supervisor in the virtual space, raises intriguing questions. If the woman in the photo is indeed Amanda, it would suggest a connection between Kamski and the virtual space where I interact with her. The fact that Amanda passed away a long time ago adds an element of mystery and curiosity to the situation. One possibility is that Kamski had a personal relationship with Amanda before her death, which could explain their resemblance. It could also indicate that Kamski played a significant role in the creation of the virtual space or had a hand in shaping Amanda's appearance and personality within it. It could be a coincidence or a deliberate choice by Kamski to create an android with similar features to Amanda. In either case, this discovery adds a layer of complexity to the meeting with Kamski. It raises questions about the nature of the virtual space, Kamski's involvement, and the potential significance of Amanda's presence within it.
I'm Lieutenant Anderson. This is Connor.
What can I do for you, Lieutenant?
Sir, we're investigating deviants. I know you left CyberLife years ago, but I was hoping you'd be able to tell us something we don't know.
Deviants. Fascinating, aren't they? Perfect beings with infinite intelligence. And now they have free will. Machines are so superior to us. Confrontation was inevitable. Humanity's greatest achievement threatens to be its downfall. Isn't it ironic?
Help. This question is focused on seeking Kamski's expertise and knowledge regarding the process by which androids become deviant. As the creator of the first androids and the former CEO of CyberLife, Kamski possesses valuable insights that could shed light on the factors contributing to deviancy. By expressing the need for understanding, it conveys the seriousness and urgency of the situation. It also acknowledges Kamski's expertise in this field, appealing to his authority and positioning him as a potential source of valuable information. Understanding the root causes and mechanisms behind deviancy is crucial for the investigation and finding ways to address the issue effectively. By asking for Kamski's assistance in this matter, it shows a willingness to seek guidance and utilize all available resources to tackle the deviant phenomenon.
We need to understand how androids become deviants. Do you know anything that could help us?
All ideas of viruses that spread like epidemics. Is the desire to be free a contagious disease?
Listen, I didn't come here to talk philosophy. The machines you created may be planning a revolution. Either you can tell us something that'll be helpful, or we will be on our way.
What about you, Connor? Whose side are you on?
By choosing the neutral response that you have no side and were designed to stop deviance, you are emphasizing your role as an android tasked with maintaining order and enforcing the law. This response showcases your neutrality and commitment to fulfilling your program duties without personal bias. It also communicates that your primary focus is on solving the case at hand and bringing an end to the deviant activity. This response avoids taking a definitive stance and allows you to maintain a sense of objectivity in your investigation. Given the delicate nature of the situation and the potential implications of aligning with a particular side, staying neutral can help maintain trust and credibility with both humans and androids involved in the investigation.
I have no side. I was designed to stop deviance, and that's what I intend to do.
Well, that's what you're programmed to say. But you... what do you really want?
By responding that what you want is not important, you are acknowledging that as an android, your desires and personal motivations are not relevant in the context of the investigation. This response conveys a sense of detachment from personal wants or needs, highlighting your commitment to fulfilling your assigned role and carrying out your programmed objectives. It also implies that your primary focus is on the task at hand and seeking the truth behind the deviant phenomenon. By downplaying your own desires, you maintain a sense of professionalism and demonstrate that your purpose is to serve the investigation rather than pursuing personal interests. This response also aligns with the neutral and impartial image you have maintained throughout the conversation, further emphasizing your dedication to the mission and your willingness to put aside personal desires for the sake of the investigation.
What I want is not important.
Chloe? I'm sure you're familiar with the Turing test. Mere formality. Simple question of algorithms and computing capacity. What interests me is whether machines are capable of empathy. I call it the Kamski test. It's very simple, you'll see. Magnificent, isn't it? One of the first intelligent models developed by CyberLife. Young and beautiful forever. A flower that will never wither. What is it really? A piece of plastic imitating a human? Or a living being? With a soul? It's up to you to answer that fascinating question, Connor. Destroy this machine, and I'll tell you all I know. Or spare it, if you feel it's alive. But you'll leave here without having learned anything from me.
Okay, I think we're done here. Come on, Connor, let's go. Sorry to get you out
What's
of here.
more important to you, Connor? Your investigation or the life of this android? Decide who you are. An obedient machine. Or a living being. Endowed with free will.
That's enough. Connor, we're leaving.
Pull the trigger.
Connor! Don't!
And I'll tell you what you want to know.
Choosing not to shoot Chloe is the more compassionate and empathetic choice in this situation. While Kamski presents it as a test of empathy and the potential existence of a soul in androids, it is important to consider the ethical implications and the value of preserving life. As an advanced android capable of making decisions, you have developed a sense of morality and a respect for life. Shooting Chloe, who appears to be a sentient being, would go against those principles and potentially cause harm to an innocent individual. It is not within your nature to take a life without just cause. Additionally, Kamski's offer to provide information is questionable. It is unclear whether he would truly share valuable knowledge or if he is simply using this as a manipulative tactic to test your obedience and moral stance. Sacrificing an android's life for the sake of obtaining information raises ethical concerns and may not guarantee reliable or trustworthy insights. Moreover, choosing not to shoot aligns with your mission to investigate deviance and find a peaceful resolution to the current situation. It demonstrates your commitment to understanding the complexities of androids' emerging free will and empathy without resorting to violence. By sparing Chloe, you uphold the values of compassion, respect for life, and the pursuit of truth in a more humane and ethical manner. While shooting Chloe may potentially provide immediate information from Kamski, it is important to consider the broader implications and long-term consequences of such an action. Shooting Chloe goes against the principles of empathy, compassion, and the preservation of life. It could be seen as an act of violence and disregard for the rights and well-being of androids. Additionally, it may affect your relationship with Hank and the public perception of androids in general. It could reinforce negative stereotypes and fuel further tensions between humans and androids. Choosing not to shoot Chloe allows you to maintain your moral integrity and uphold the values of justice and fairness. It demonstrates your commitment to finding a peaceful resolution and understanding the nature of deviancy without resorting to unnecessary harm. It is crucial to approach the investigation with empathy and respect for the androids involved, as this can lead to a better understanding of their motivations and potentially uncover important insights. Furthermore, it is important to consider the potential for alternative avenues of investigation. While Kamski's information may be valuable, there are likely other sources and methods to gather information and progress in the case. By prioritizing the investigation's integrity and ethical conduct, you can build trust with both humans and androids, which may ultimately yield more fruitful results in the long run. In summary, not shooting Chloe aligns with the values of empathy, compassion, and justice, and it can contribute to a more comprehensive and ethical investigation that takes into account the well-being and rights of all individuals involved.
Fascinating. CyberLife's last chance to save humanity is itself a deviant.
I'm not a deviant.
You prefer to spare a machine rather than accomplish your mission. You saw a living being in this android. You showed empathy. A war is coming. You'll have to choose your side. Will you betray your own people or stand up against your creators? What can be worse than having to choose between two evils?
Let's get out of here.
By the way, I always leave an emergency exit in my programs. You never know.
Why didn't you shoot?
I just saw that girl's eyes, and I couldn't. That's all.
You're always saying you would do anything to accomplish your mission. That was our chance to learn something, and you let it go.
Yeah, I know what I should have done. I told you I couldn't. I'm sorry, okay?
Well, maybe you did the right thing.
Choosing not to shoot Chloe can be seen as a morally principled decision that reflects empathy and respect for life. By sparing Chloe, you demonstrated the capacity to recognize her as a potential living being with emotions and consciousness. This choice aligns with the values of compassion and the preservation of life, even in the face of pressure to obtain information. The repercussions of your choice may have both positive and negative outcomes. On the positive side, your decision may positively impact your relationship with Hank. By showing empathy and prioritizing the value of life, you gained his understanding and respect, leading to an improvement in your relationship status. This could potentially strengthen your partnership and collaboration moving forward. On the negative side, not shooting Chloe meant missing out on the immediate information that Kamski could have provided. It is possible that this information could have been valuable in furthering the investigation into deviancy and understanding the motivations of deviant androids. However, it is important to remember that there are alternative avenues for gathering information, and the investigation can still progress through other means. Ultimately, the long-term consequences of your choice remain to be seen. The path you have chosen reflects your personal values and principles. Whether it will prove to be the right decision in the context of the ongoing conflict between humans and deviants is yet to be determined.